I'm alive. Just look at that. 30 seconds
Hi,
later.
we're live. What's that?
Oh,
What
somebody
was
is
30
watching.
seconds later?
Somebody is watching it on
Oh,
YouTube because they're getting a delay. I can hear the
hi,
phone.
everybody. Watching on YouTube.
And we have a viewer.
Digi Motion. Yay. So, how's life been treating everybody?
Apparently, I've had more days off than you.
What's that?
I said, apparently, I've had more days off than you.
Apparently. Thanks for
Yeah, I
rubbing
don't
that
have any
salt
days
in
that I
that
have
wound
to
right
work.
there. I appreciate it.
It's not as funny as it
Next time
sounds.
use
Go
rock
ahead.
salt.
What's that?
Rock salt and the chore boy. I said next time use rock salt and the chore boy. It gets in there better.
I have to turn my volume up so I
Here,
can hear
your
it. Yeah.
wound is not bad enough. Let me scrub it with this. Yeah.
How about now?
Yeah. Oh shit. That was crazy. Hang on. My computer's having a seizure. We're back. Wow. Yay. For you, I might have not have gone anywhere, but for me, everything was black. Man.
That's
I was
happened a
frightened.
couple of times, didn't it?
Yeah, man. I was scared. I was all by myself.
Oh, you were scared of
No
black?
sympathy, man. Oh man.
Yeah, so far it looks like kind of
So what are
garbage.
we working on, friend?
I don't know what the last thing you saw actually was.
It's been a while, man.
The last thing I worked
It's been a
on
while. I know it's been about a month.
was my own character.
Oh yeah, you were working winter. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
after winter, I worked on one of the characters from my novel because y'all said that you thought it was a good idea, and then you didn't show up anymore. But this is summer, so this is a different technique
Right.
because I laid
Okay.
down masking fluid, which is kind of like masking tape,
Very cool.
but as a fluid, obviously.
I'm not hearing you.
I am.
Okay,
Hello.
why don't you tell him to go out and come back in?
Hey, Joe.
No, I mean, if he doesn't hear you, then tell him in the private chat.
Oh,
All right,
That's
I
what I
can
was
hear you
thinking. Yeah.
now.
oh.
What was the
I can
last
hear
thing
you
you
guys now.
actually heard?
I heard I did something after, and that was it.
What?
You said after winter you did something after, and then I heard nothing.
Oh, I did my own character, the one that you guys were talking about being a good idea
Oh, all right.
from my novel.
I did-
I
all
did
right.
one character from my novel, and just to kind of give it a break. And then just
Right.
before I started this painting, I couldn't get the printing I couldn't get the drawing enlarged, so I started
Right.
another painting too. My old shop logo. I guess it's a flat brush cover.
Mm.
And paper towel.
All right, now I hear you. What
What's
the
that?
hell, man? I think my setup's haunted, man. I'll hear you 1 minute and then you're like totally fade out and I'll see like
Oh, you
Brett's
just
mouth
roboted
moving.
too.
But
You
yeah, well,
just
see,
roboted.
damn.
That was that whole storm warning sound. And
Nah. No. Why? I'm guessing it begins with a P. Can I buy a vowel? Ah, that was a good one. Very good. Yeah.
My student said that was terrible.
it is.
What? No, it ain't. I think people need to grow a sense of humor.
Oh,
He's hating
I
on
like
half the nation now.
Well, you know, it's still funny. And that's all that really matters.
that's what I think. Oh,
It's not malicious, it's just funny. I mean, I got a dark sense of humor. That doesn't mean, you know, I'm gonna kick babies and shit like that. You know, I just find it funny.
hold on.
Yeah. So how you been, man?
Which man?
Come on now. You, man. Come on, stop being possessed. What the fuck is your problem, computer? You can drive me fucking nuts, man. Sorry about that. This is PG channel. Excuse me.
It's not a PG channel. It's not marked as for children.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
If so,
I'd
we
be
would have
like
lost
the
that
beginning
a
of
long
Shame in
time
the
ago.
Jungle. What's that, dude?
If it was marked for children, we would have lost the channel a long time ago.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Bam, who are the people in your neighborhood? That's about as far as I can go with that. What?
Last time it got stupid.
Oh. Yeah, sure. Damn, man. I'm too happy for all that. I don't know.
There you go.
Bad timing. Let me come up in here on a work night, though.
If you guys keep talking in the private chat, then
I'm just catching Joe up. That's all.
I'm just saying,
Ah,
like,
Yeah.
everybody's feeling like they're missing out
I'm
on
lagging
something.
here.
All nobodies.
No, you're not missing out on anything, guys. I've been gone for a while. I've been working like a slave in the caves, the coal mines, all that good right.
there's the working man. Oh,
Yeah. I'm on reprieve today, but tomorrow back to the hole with me.
hey, do you guys know what Glow was?
Gorgeous ladies of wrestling.
Thank you.
Yeah, go to this way.
This kid
Yeah,
in my
man.
class
V32,
had a shirt that
man.
said Glow on it, and then it was some Christian camp, and I was like, oh, I thought it was going to be Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, and he thought I was making it up.
Well,
Like-
kid,
Yeah.
he
Wow.
probably doesn't know who Junkyard Dog is, so
I
Wow.
was just like,
or Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
yeah, probably not. But I went ahead and I made several vocab questions based off of the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. So I was like, you will learn what this is.
This is Marvelous Moolah. Remember
right.
her face.
Oh,
There will be
This
a
particular-
quiz at the end.
this particular student, I know his dad. So I told him, go home and ask your father how he let you grow to this age without knowing about the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling.
Shame, sir.
What the fuck's the matter with you?
Yeah.
Turn the fan down.
Remember when cartoons were cool?
Yeah, but have you watched them
Saturday
recently?
morning.
Remember when there was cartoons? I mean,
I tried to watch the Thundercats again as an adult, and I was just like, wow, that really wasn't that good.
I went back and watched G.I. Joe and Transformers.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. It's nostalgic. It was great back then because it was groundbreaking, all that shit. But
Right.
now it's like, it's entertainment, but it's like, man. But yeah, that's the roots. Man. It's like watching Stargazer and comparing it to anime today. No contest. But back then, it was just shit, man.
see if I can do this one without cutting myself wide open.
No. Yeah, we don't want.
Oh, he's
we don't
got
want that. You gotta be exacto with that, man. I'm a dad. What do you want?
A friend of mine, he was a couple grades older than me, but he drove me to school before I could drive. And one day I get out of class and his car's not there. I'm like, what? And his mom pulls up because apparently she felt responsible for getting me home, which was cool. But she's like, yeah, he had to go home. I'm like, what happened? He was in art class and he had an X-Acto knife and he dropped it. Didn't think anything about it until someone was like, you're bleeding. And it had just, it had punctured his belly. And he just didn't really feel it. So he's
No,
just
but
bleeding.
it's so sharp, man.
I guess. So, yeah, he had to.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, that's why they teach you to try not to fight people with a knife, because if you get stabbed, especially in a fight situation, you may not even realize that you get stabbed because you won't feel it until like the guard hits you,
Yeah.
and then you may not even feel it more than just something thumping against your ribs or whatever until after the fight.
That was one of the things we always talked about in class. That was, if you get into a knife fight, assume that you're going to be cut.
Yeah, nobody
somebody's
wins a
going to be
knife
cut.
Nobody wins in a knife
Right.
fight.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we came to the conclusion of. I mean, we learned different techniques to try to handle it, but the first rule was always just remember someone's getting cut, and there's a good chance it's you. So,
Yeah.
I'd rather not mess with anyone with a knife.
Me too.
I'd rather not be put in a position to.
I'd
But
rather
if
not
I
mess with
do-
anyone.
I want a long stick.
Yeah, that's kind of helpful.
Yeah.
Or, cane or something.
A cane would be a better idea. Use the hook to fucking
Like if I was
and pummel.
Gandalf, it'd be more optimal.
Yeah.
You
Like
sure?
if I had a halberd or
I am so terrified this is going to be like you'll tear up a strip of paint. You'll just gash the thing.
well, I'm trying to be careful not to cut the surface underneath.
Right.
I'm starting to figure out that
What exactly are you cutting out?
the mask.
Kind of like rubber cement, after it dries.
Oh,
And it kind of smells like cat piss, but
yummy.
it's basically latex, really.
Oh, all right. It's like them snot balls once you peel it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
I just put it on a little bit thick. Cause see how it's peeling up here? It shouldn't have been peeling up there. It should have peeled only where I cut it. But like I said, I'm trying to cut it carefully, and it doesn't want to do that.
Right.
So I get the idea that I put it on a little bit thicker than it should been.
That's where I mean, if it was me, I'm sure I'd peel it off and it would take a big gouge. And,
Sounds like me.
Well,
part of this is anxiety
See, the thing
inducing,
is-
part of it's relaxing.
what I'm peeling off, I only painted up to a certain edge.
Right.
All right.
So all this stuff here shouldn't really be too much affected by it. Very, very small, because it's the stuff here that I'm trying to keep covered until I get there that I'm worried about.
All right.
So I'm still trying to keep part of these mountains covered. Now all this it peels up a little bit of paint, but what is peeling up for paint is what's actually on top of it. Because
Right.
Right on.
that paint that was on top of it didn't seal against anything.
Word. I totally dig it.
That was kind of the point also.
I am picking up what you're putting down, man.
I'm picking up what I already put down.
Word, man. Good vibes on me.
Yeah, this is going to go literally all the way up to there. So
All right.
I cut this a little bit further, I think.
I already showed you all my new toys, right? The Venom and all that shit.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did.
I think so. Last time.
What's that?
I said, I think so last time.
Yeah, probably. More likely.
But it's been a while.
I got a new No Face Bone.
Oh yeah.
No Face. Yeah, No Face from Spirited Away. Yeah. It's pretty
No
good.
face from what?
It's actually Spirited Away. It's an anime.
Spirit of the Wind?
Spirited
Oh,
Away.
Spirited Away, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what that
Studio
one is.
Ghibli. Yeah.
I was actually talking about Nausicaa with Brett last time.
All right. Dude, man, Princess Mononoke. That
I was
was
talking about that too.
one. That shit. That's my jam.
Because I was pretty sure either in Princess Mononoke or Nausicaa, there was something like what Brett was looking to get out of that AI program.
Mid Journey.
Because he was looking for like moose antler collar,
Yeah.
robe,
All right.
and I was thinking like Nausicaa's got some of that kind of stuff, and right.
Man.
Next step. See, I'm trying to go from the background slowly closer. That wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
What happened? I didn't hear them.
Oh, you're beat.
Wow. It was like beep, 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 beep.
Oh, that's my stupid phone. I'm sorry. I'm used to hearing it. I ignore it most of the time.
Tilt the paint up so it doesn't dry the paint again.
Right on. Hey, hey.
We've got an adventure soundtrack going on here, Joe.
Yeah, I hear that, man. I feel like I'm in sorry, let me change that. I feel like I'm in a Indiana Jones movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Michiana Jones.
Yeah, man. He was right there on the borderline. Yeah. What's up, big friend?
Oh,
What's up,
hey.
Vincent? Hello.
Friends here.
What's up? Welcome to the pub. Can we get you something to drink, man?
He's probably a little bit young to get something to drink.
Oh,
I guess it
Wanna
depends
go?
on the country, though.
Welcome to the pub. You want a Coke or something? Is that
I
better?
want a milk.
Dirty glass. Yeah. 'Cause that's how I roll. I'm just happy to be here.
Cool. We're happy that you're here.
Yeah. The strangest life I've ever known. La la la. You'll probably get my sonar go off again. Eventually. Don't be frightened. Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds like Conan.
Yeah, it kind of does have that feel.
Man, just as I start adventuring, the music stops. What the hell?
Rich is catching his breath. He's actually singing.
Oh, okay. All right. You got a beautiful voice, man.
And Joe knows all the words already.
Hell yeah, man. That's how we roll.
Yeah, we wrote it together back in Vietnam.
Yeah, man. Nah, I feel bad. I stole it from Charlie. Armstrong, that is. I am not a racist. I hate everybody. Just kidding. I only hate stupid people. So, there's that. Ignorance I can let slide because that's the lack of knowing. But if you're just plain stupid, go away. Stop breathing my air. Back to you,
Everyone
Rich.
is just plain stupid out there.
Yeah. It's a shame. It's this plague that's what the world. You get chastised for being smart and praised for being stupid. What? Boy, them crickets would come in handy right about now.
Sorry, I was doing a work email.
Oh,
The our mascot. I think our mascot needs to have his own social media presence.
all right. That's
And
what
I think-
most schools do, right?
I have no idea, but I think our school should.
Right.
And it's kind of it's a process. Like I understand that the school needs control over the account,
Yeah.
so getting something set up, like I can't just go out and do it on my own. But I think the mascot should be more than just sports. It should be, like
A school mascot. Yeah.
yeah. But I also think it should be something for the town. Like if a business
There you go.
that's kid friendly, like let's say some restaurant opens up that's appropriate for high school students,
Chuck E.
Then- why not get a couple pictures of Stretch checking it out? That's the
There
mascot's
you
name.
go.
That
Have
kind
a
of
make
thing.
appearance, man. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. That makes total sense.
So yeah, but getting that started, there's just bureaucracy has slow moving wheels.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
You know, if it was just me, I could do it like like that. But
right.
it's not me, and
You got to jump through hoops and toe these
Yeah.
on.
so it just takes a while.
Yeah, man. But hey, when it happens, it'll be good.
I hope. I mean, the superintendent gave his okay to it, but it's like, yeah, sounds good, but here are the people you have to go through, and they also have jobs that require, like I understand everybody's
Right.
got something to do, including me, but
But I mean, if you think about it, wouldn't that generate revenue? Kind of. I mean,
I don't see a downside as long as the content is carefully moderated. I mean, it's one of those things where, like, we were at a what?
So as long as you're not selling beer,
Right. We were. The mascot was asked to be at a class reunion that was in town, but not at the school, and they had alcohol there, and they wanted to get a picture of the mascot holding alcohol bottles. I was like, nope, nope, not doing that.
No, can't do it. That's bad PR.
Yeah. Well, they're like, we'll delete it. I'm like, not before you share it, and not before it spreads, and not before it ends up on the news. So,
And once it's on the web, it's out there.
yeah.
you might want to give Joe a heads up in the private chat so that he has the background.
Of what?
School mascot.
Oh, yeah.
The important detail that you're missing that you don't want to advertise.
Yeah, that has to stay kind of quiet.
Classified.
Yeah.
All right. I got you. My lips are sealed.
But that's why, I'm kind of more invested in it. So,
Right on.
but I also
That makes
think,
perfect-
it's for the school. It's not for me. It's just,
Yeah.
it's not the traditional role of the mascot, but yet it also kind of is. So,
All right.
I mean, promote the school, create a nice environment for the town. It's all that kind of stuff.
Right. Oh, I totally understand that. Shoot. I wish y'all luck. Because, I mean, if it goes right, this thing could be huge.
But we have,
I'm not only thinking big, but I'm thankful for the small things.
I know that. Oh, like there's a food truck that sells ice cream that's at most of our football games, and they gave him a free ice cream cone.
Okay.
It was kind of funny because then he had to go inside so he could take off the mask so he could eat it. But like just take a picture and put it on Facebook or something. Like that's what they wanted. I'm like, that's cool, whatever. But if that's not necessary, we'll post stuff without you guys having to. Like I was willing to pay for the ice cream. Just like, nah, don't worry about it. That's the kind of stuff. I mean, just go around, create positive connections with businesses in the town, and it'll be good.
Right. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. Well, my walking's getting a little better, man. I can make it to work in 45 minutes now. Woo.
Wow.
It's 15 minutes a mile. I ain't bitching.
It's too much walking.
A lot of heat. A lot of fucking heat.
See, my problem when I walk to work, because I used to walk to work every day, was fine until it got cold. And then I'd show up and there'd be like, ice all through my beard.
Right. Looked like you just came down the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then people in the office were like, why aren't you driving? Like, why would you walk? And I'm like, well, technically, if I were a student at that time, you'd tell me I have to walk.
Right.
Because I wasn't that far from the school, like about a mile.
Right.
So I'm like, if we expect students to do it, we should be able to do it.
Yeah. Lead by example. I totally get that.
Plus, it's a lot harder to wreck your car when you don't drive it.
Right. Definitely. Can't end up in a snow drift if you ain't driving. Now let's
Well, I can tell you from experience, it's a lot harder to slip and break your tailbone if you're driving.
No, that's true.
Yeah, man. You can always get one of them airbag suits. You seen them?
Yeah.
They make them for the old people.
Yeah. Or just get one of those inflatable suits and just wear that.
Right. Fucking give me some Nerf armor. That'll be great. I'm cool.
I'll wear my sparring gear into work.
There you go.
The lengths we go through not to get electric cars.
I like this. It sounds like you're sitting in a pub. Back in the day. Fucking people walking in with swords and hammers. Fucking weaponry and armor. Drinking ale. Mm-hmm. No. Ouch. I need a new chair with some kind of head support, man. Nice big comfy gaming chair like I ordered from Amazon and never got.
Oh, that's not cool.
I know, man. I'm looking forward to that shit too. I'm like, yeah, right. And I got a good deal with a nice gamer chair for $85. I was like, psh, that's a Sordic special. You can't beat that shit. I was like, mine. No. Oh, it got lost in transit. Well, that's my luck. But one day, maybe if I'm really good, Santa Claus will give me a nice one.
Oh.
Yeah, man, if I ever get steady days off, man, still trying to get that channel off the ground. We're still talking about it. Jake's still working on shit for it. I just ain't had no time. But that's okay.
It's not good when 9 o'clock starts being late.
Nope, no sir, it's not.
When what?
When 9 o'clock starts feeling late.
Shit, I thought I was old.
Oh,
Shit.
God. Well, this morning when my wife woke me up, I was like, it's too dark.
Maybe
It's be time to get up.
Mm.
Now it's time.
Shit, I usually don't see sleep till about 6 o'clock in the morning, maybe. I just can't sleep. One of them people. I just shut everything down and lay in my bed, get all comfy, and I still be wide awake. It's my curse. Where is everybody at, man?
Probably David Finch because he's streaming tonight instead of Monday because they had a birthday thing.
It's because
Oh.
he's feeling threatened by Rich.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not it. But he'll end the stream earlier than we will, so we probably will see
Right on.
an uptick after that if we're going to get one anyway.
Ow, ow, ow. Hmm. How many
Well, that
people-
worked in that little piece back there, right?
Hey. It'll be worth it.
Well, I think so too. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it.
Well, there you go.
But you probably
Big or
can't-
small, it doesn't matter. It's all a part of the bigger picture. But yeah. 224. Let's do the Mockingbird. Hey, let's do the Mockingbird.
Oh, I'm an evil person.
Okay.
Well, I got an email from a student who I know and I've known for years. Anyways, so I responded with this list of things that she can do to help her out a grade. And the third one is, now this is the most
You
important
might
part.
want to
So
be careful saying that when you're saying you're an evil person.
well, stop thinking that way. So
Shame on
the
you.
last one, the last point I gave her was that now this is the most important part, so pay attention. If you can, you should do. And then I sent it.
Shame on you, sir. Oh, la la la. How many people we got out there watching us?
Damn. Oh, we had one.
No. Come back. Say hi.
More X-Acto knife.
Careful now.
On the next episode of the Gordox Pub, Rich learns to paint with just 3 fingers.
It is not a new technique.
I'm just glad we're always supportive.
This music's groovy, man. Start writing lyrics for it.
Well, it is licensed out so that you mix it. You can mix it and remix it, and
Very cool. Yeah. Patience, grasshopper.
it's not a lack of patience. I think it's wondering if this X-Acto knife is dull a little bit. Like has a dull spot in it.
Right. Have you dropped it on the tip?
No.
All right.
No, I'm generally really careful with X-Acto knives.
Right on.
I like to juggle them.
I joke about not being careful, but
Right.
it seems like it's catching in some spots instead of cutting.
All right.
And I want to be really careful not to cut more. I'm wanting to be very careful not to cut into the panel. That was a lot of work to get right there. And it's still peeling up off the corner. Yeah. See that little strand? That just folded that way. I had to tilt the knife very far to get there.
All right.
So, I'm trying to use different methods. This is a method that I don't normally use, which is why it's got that level of difficulty, because I don't normally use it.
Right.
Otherwise, I'd have some kind of familiarity with it.
Alright, it's that time. Dog staring at me through my door. I'll be back, guys.
Oh, that was a lot of work. Which is not done. It is by no means perfect method. And this stuff is rolling back here, which I don't like. But also, when it came off here, it kind of removed a lot of stuff.
You're rubbing her butt.
Rolling back up. Yeah, that's frustrating.
Oh, good luck with that.
Hmm?
Oh, that hair part's going to be fun. Whew.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take a second to see if I can find a newer blade. Oh, apparently not there. Which is where I thought I was getting. I think there it is. There it is. Ironically, they were my Punisher cup.
Seems like a fitting place for him.
No, I've had these for a while. I don't usually use this. So. Last time I used it was Halloween. for pumpkin carving. It's definitely a new blade now, so this one looks like it's got some rust on it. Deal with that later. Yeah, that one wanted to bite me.
Well, try to warn you.
I said it wanted to bite me.
Oh, gotcha.
Just to make the distinction between biting me and wanting to bite me. Well, this masking does not want to work. It's either too thick or too thin, and I'm thinking it's too thick. Because it does not want to cut easy. I might just go back to my old way. I want this to work because it was way easier painting the sky without worrying about running into anything. Yeah, that's fucked up.
What's wrong with the part that you said was messed up?
It keeps curling back. It in itself is lifting the pattern.
Hey, Neon Sky said, "Cool drawing. Is this an art stream?"
This a what?
An art stream.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah, it's an art stream. Or
Until we start arguing.
well, it's an art stream. whether we argue or not. But it could be actually, I mean, we could talk about writing too. Matter of fact, we've got a small publisher that we both know that's going to make an appearance, I think, either this Thursday or next Thursday. So, I mean, it's art, but it's writing, it's art, it's whatever. Whatever kind of art that you're into. Well, I guess I'm not a sculptor, so I don't have anything to offer in the sculpting department. Though I welcome a sculptor to be on and talk about aspects of it.
Neon Sky, he had a masking medium that you put down first, and that's what he's peeling up now. So he's done some painting.
I put it down before the painting, but not before I put the drawing down.
Okay.
Well, I'm telling them,
right?
Mostly because this is kind of a new method to me, so I'm checking it out. Normally, I just layer it thicker until I get where I want it, but this is an alternative route. I haven't used this medium or this type of method but only one time before, and it gave me a hard time too, if I recall. But that's often the case when you're not used to something. Joe Jusko was talking about this, where you can touch the edges and it's not an overly bad thing. Now see, why couldn't it do this everywhere?
And you have to get in between the ponytail and her body, don't you?
Well, yeah, I've got to get the other side of the ponytail, but I'm thinking about just trimming this off.
Haircut.
Well, it's not the haircut, but it's like I've already done inside the body, but it just doesn't want to do.
Also, we never said this is acrylics, but it's acrylics.
Did they ask?
Well, he said, what's the medium?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So what I use to paint is Golden Opens.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. I wanted this to work, but I
Not
guess.
that, not
What's
that
that?
you would mind a sponsorship.
No, I wouldn't mind a sponsorship.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, like I was saying, I was just checking that sale out, and I was like, wow, if only I had a sponsorship. If only I had a sponsorship. So I'm getting in the back of the way to peel this little stuff up. Now it advise being very, very careful with exact amounts. Now this paint is loose, so or dry, so hopefully dry, so it should be easily liftable and movable. I'm not too worried about this stuff here because it's on that anyway. I'm going to peel that up. What I'm worried about, and not really worried about, is the edges of the paint. Where I peeled that up. Great thing about painting is you can always paint over what you don't like. Alright, that's the next thing. Yeah. It's going to be interesting when I peel up the axe that nobody can see. So I'm taking a neon sky blue, or it was new. This is what I mean by a turn to wake at. That's actually what's going on with the paint as well, except for yeah, that's the sound of success. Like it successfully escaped.
Yeah.
Well, we're only an hour and 20 minutes in. I've got the far mountain painted. This is going to be fun. Hmm. They must have thought it was just a fighting stream.
Hi, everybody.
Oh my goodness, that was loud.
Surprise! I'm sorry. Hi, everybody. That damn dog tried to get me to run through the whole fucking neighborhood, man. Little bitch.
Literally.
Mm-hmm. Just start getting mouthy with me. I'm like, shut up. You're a bitch. Your mom's a bitch. Your grandma's a bitch. What? She talks back a lot. I don't understand what she's saying, but she means that shit. Neon Sky. Did you already read the comments? Probably not.
Yeah.
All right.
Unless there's a new one.
No, those one's 927 from Neon Sky.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Just before they left.
Before they left. Oh, wow. They just popped in and said, hey, cool, man.
Is this an orange game? It is. Bye.
Wow. All right. Later, dude.
I think they thought it was a fighting stream.
Mm-hmm. Round one. Pitch.
That stupid fucking stream had 39 views or something like that.
Mm. What stream was that?
Last one.
Okay.
guess probably be better off for me to use some of my big brushes now. I'm using a bunch of cheap ones to see how they did. They're fine if I'm doing some rough stuff. Rough for
Right. Damn thing.
that would be your phone going bling 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 bling.
Yeah. Yep. It's my bling bling bling.
So who was supposed to stop in?
Friend of mine.
Okay, well, would that be the one that stopped in and asked if this was an archery?
No, I don't believe so. Because she knows it's archery. I told her the whole layout, man.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Great gorilla gorilla, man.
Ah.
So making sure the heart still works.
Yep, that's the will kickstart your heart.
Being right now. Oh, that's as far as I'm learning with that one too.
Okay. Ah.
Bam, bam, bam. Man, Jake wants me to walk over there tonight after I get done streaming. My legs are like, are you stupid? We're resting. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. This is it. It's the best part. Your part I'm sure you'll enjoy. When's the last time y'all seen Joe out there?
In a while.
Hmm.
And then David Finch is streaming again. So a lot of those guys are yeah.
Right.
I don't blame them. Yeah, it started, passing word for this channel and stuff. Kind of filled that gap for a while. Because he said that he was indefinitely done because he was working on a comic book. Like his own creator-owned comic book.
Right.
And I was like, okay, figured I could pick up helping people artistically.
Right.
That worked to a degree. Some of them appreciated it, some of them didn't. Some of them show up, some of them don't. I don't know if Joe found other interests after the comic show because I didn't go to the comic show.
No.
It just didn't work out for us. So.
Right. Well, some things can't be helped, Man.
Right. And I don't think he's like, oh, you didn't show up to the show? No, I'm not talking to you. I just think when he went to the show, he found other interests.
Who knows?
That, and like I said, David Finch is streaming again. So.
Right on. Bam. Yeah. Cute. What are you doing right now?
Who?
You. No.
Be more specific.
All right. The part of the painting in which you are working on.
Mountain.
Oh,
With a
right.
cathedral built in. Well, citadel built in.
All right. Just wondering. I got to play catch up.
Apparently, I lost the original drawing, which is really weird because I tried pretty hard to save it.
Right.
Did it peel up with the masking stuff?
That's not the original drawing. That's the stencil, and yeah, some of it did, which is why I was kind of looking for what I was looking for was the original piece of paper,
Oh.
the one that I enlarged it, and I went through all kinds of stuff to get an enlarged copy.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go back and pretty much freehand a lot of this stuff.
Hmm.
Which wasn't the plan.
Very interesting. Dum dum dum. The plot thickens. Oh.
What?
I said, well, the music changed. I was like, dun dun dun.
Ah, some music change part that I wasn't catching.
Ah. The music's so climactic.
What?
I'm being a smartass.
Yeah, but I can't hear you, so I'm guessing what you're saying.
I said the music is so climactic. Did you hear me?
That time.
Oh, all right. Well, nothing important. Yeah. It's the minstrel of Gandar.
Well, you're right about one thing. It's the minstrel. This is all the same guy, actually.
Right on. You're very talented.
Like everything that you've heard is the same person. I think he does like movie soundtracks or stuff that you can use for movie soundtracks or commercials or stuff like that.
Very cool. Oh,
It's called trailer music, obviously, like movie trailer.
Right on.
But there's a lot of guys that do it, and they end up becoming composers for movies. But it's like basically their job applications. You know what I mean?
Right on.
Like they're saying, "This is what I can do if I want to have this mood music, or we want to have this mood music."
Right. These are the moods I can play.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Some of them are like they'll do romance soundtracks and horror soundtracks, and this is more of a fantasy, but he's got all kinds of stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
I just
I'm
only
digging
grab
the
what?
I said I'm digging the fantasy vibe.
Yeah, just like I wanted to grab something that sounded adventurous, and he's got some of them that sound adventurous in there. Just something to break up the monotony of what we were playing over and over and over.
Right.
I still have to look up more, and Jake gave me a couple of sites to look at. I just haven't gotten to them. It took me a long time to get through this one. I only found this because James Gurney had this guy's music in one of his videos, and I was like, that's pretty cool, because he's like painting dinosaurs, and he had some like epic dragon fight music and shit like that, and I was like, wow. But I couldn't find those. Like, ironically, that was the links I clicked on to go looking for, and that's not what I found. So.
Right.
But it does sound like some of this stuff sounds like Conan, some of it sounds like
The
Dungeons and Dragons, and
stuff. Yeah.
I'm good with.
Wow.
That's actually what I prefer. Like when I'm writing, that's what I usually listen to, that kind of stuff.
Right. Mhm. All right. Mhm.
So, what have you been up to exciting besides just working?
Working, going over, well, because Steve and Jake live like right between my house and work. So it's like the halfway point. So I'll go over there after work and smoke a couple bowls, bullshit for a little while. Head the rest of the way back home. Whee! Ain't too bad though. I mean, I ain't dying. It could be a hell of a lot worse. It could be back to not working enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, there was this. There was talk about one of the guy that I took over for coming back, and I talked to the district manager. Man, I was like, "Look, man, you know, if this cat comes back, you know, I'm not gonna lose hours. You know, this is my ship. This is what I do. You know." And she was like, "No, no, you're right. You're right. If he were to come back, he'd have to start over from scratch." What I want to hear. Shit. That'd be some bullshit if she moved me out of my spot. Give him. So that was my silver lining. Job security.
Too bad you're down there. Plenty of places up here, homie.
Wow. Place in Big City fixing to open up, and they're gonna start me off at 16 an hour. I can't get back and forth to Big City. I'm like, what? No. I told the cat I'm going to the restaurant. I was like, dude, look, you know, if you could help me finance a scooter or something and just take it out of my checks, I would gladly work for you, dude. You know?
How was that received?
Huh? I haven't heard anything back yet. They're like, I'll give you a call. I'll let you know something, definitely. Because the cook that I work with is a really good cook, and they put in a really good work for me. Really. We'll see what happens. I ain't gonna get too excited yet. Hi, I'm Joe. Could you imagine being the motherfucker that had to carve all that shit?
What?
I said, could you imagine being the motherfucker that had to carve all that shit?
Carve what?
The rocks. What you're painting right now.
Well, that would be God, because this is sandstone. That's just the way that it's carved, and then or the way the weather is beating it. And
Oh, all right. Well,
this is just the texture. This is the only thing that's carved. It's a little citadel that's carved out of the rock, but the rest of the stuff is supposed to just be the shapes of the rocks, but
right on.
disappearing into shadows. So I have to decide how much of it I want to show.
Wow. Ow. My butt. Or like thereof.
And the fortunate thing is that
Although my tank is nice and
once I
tan.
got already there,
Got my asshole bleeds. It was one.
It's no longer the chocolate starfish. It's the vanilla starfish.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I gotta stay true to biracial people out there everywhere. Wow.
that may have been a little bit much.
Well, you know, all or nothing, that's what I say.
I was actually talking about spraying the water on the painting.
Oh,
Diluted because I lost some of that detail, but I'm trying to do a coverage thing with the purple and then come into it afterwards with the colors that are non-purple, because the purple is the shadows.
right.
And I've got
Damn. I know you missed that, didn't you?
Yep.
Yes. And the Wookiee Award goes to Wow. All right. Okay. Speaking of Star Wars. All right. Boba Fett's ship was Slave One.
was
Yep.
Does that mean there was more slave ships? Like a Slave 2, Slave 3, Slave 4? And if so, why didn't they show them?
well, they changed the name of it, so
Yeah.
What they change the name to?
It's just Boba Fett's ship.
Ah,
yeah, it's fine.
we can't say
Yeah.
slave.
Yeah, because golly, not like every race on the planet has been slaved by somebody.
Right?
But,
Come on, look at the poor Irish.
but Boba Fett was supposed to be a bad dude, and now he's supposed to be a good dude.
You know
Okay.
why he's a good dude now? Disney.
Yeah.
But that's just my personal.
Well, he's a good dude now because Disney made all the bad or good bad.
We're gonna flip. Then we're gonna kill everybody's mom.
Bambi all over again.
Right?
Spoiler alert. If you haven't seen Bambi, forget that I said that they killed his mom.
Because that doesn't happen in the first couple of seconds.
Yeah.
Man, I was gonna watch that movie too. Shit.
And they do it again from the Iron Giant's perspective.
Oh. Oh. Man.
Oh, what are we doing here, Mr. Eli?
What's up?
Well,
I don't see no hand.
my power is dying,
Eat something, you'll be alright.
but I can't imagine how my battery is so low.
Uh-oh.
What's running on battery?
Apparently, my laptop is running on a battery, but it shouldn't be because it's plugged in.
Very interesting.
I don't
That's
know
good.
why. Yeah, it's really weird because that's weird.
Are you speaking?
Am I speaking?
Oh, alright, now I hear you. Sounds like you're talking to a big fan.
Well, I do have a fan going.
Well, it sounds like it.
It's like one of
I'm
them
not
movies,
speaking through the fan.
like the movies you watch in school.
Today, what I'm going to show you about the reproductive system.
Smack that damn projector. Get that shit on track. Sorry. Flashbacks.
I do not know why I'm not holding in charge. It should be holding in charge. It's plugged in.
Mm. Well, that's no good.
Yeah, that is no good. And I don't know what's going on here.
It wouldn't be the plug socket, would it? Or
What's
do you
that?
have other? Do you have other shit plugged in the socket?
Yeah, if I didn't have.
Oh, okay. No, I was just checking. Maybe it was bad socket.
No, my lights are plugged into that socket. And
Oh, all right.
I don't
My bad.
I don't really know what's going on. It doesn't say it's charging at all, and it should say it's charging because it's plugged in.
Right. I don't know. Unplug it and plug it back in and see what happens.
Yeah, I kind of just did.
Oh,
I had my switch plugs from one to another, so
right on. You ain't asked the mouth. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. Inappropriate. Hey, cool.
it is making little zap sounds.
Hmm.
That is kind of weird. I may have to cut this stream short because I don't know what the fuck's going on. And
Well, it's only 2 hours, Rich. That's kind of a short one.
that's what I just said.
I know.
The last one was about 4 hours.
Yeah, I know.
You're like, oh Lord, I don't know.
And I should have cut it off early. I just don't get what's going on. It's kind of freaking me out a little bit.
Damn, my hair was just coming back.
Well, it's okay. I mean, let's cut it off, and then because it's either your cord or I had a laptop that the connection
That's really
inside.
weird. It says 30 battery, 30% status, and then it says plugged in. Or status 30% available and plugged in.
Yeah, that's weird.
Odd.
Never heard of that shit before. Maybe it's, I don't know. It's not even looking like it's charging.
Please stand by. We are experiencing technical difficulty. We promise not to be long. Are you watching?
That's so weird.
It is weird. We're new.
How is it plugged in and I only get 30%?
Very odd.
It may be something with that socket. It's really weird because I'm hearing clicks on it too.
All right.
Like,
We'll switch your light cord and computer cord around and see what happens.
well, they're all on the same strip, but I'm like when I move the plug here, I hear a click, and when I lift the charger up,
Yeah.
where it connects from the plug into that into the governor box
Yeah.
that's between the two plugs.
Uh-huh.
It's making a clicking sound too, and it shouldn't. I don't know. It's weird.
Does that part unplug?
Oh, it gained the percent. So maybe it just wasn't registering.
All right.
Maybe it just wasn't registering. Yeah, I'm using this as an underpainting actually.
Right on. La la la.
At this point, I don't know if I trust the mask though. So I think I'm gonna friggin' peel it. Some of this, I don't even know how far it goes, like, because I painted over it so much.
Right.
Let's see.
This is oddly satisfying.
It would be a lot more satisfying if it wasn't pulling the pencil off of it. But yeah. Now I'm trying to peel it slow because these rough edges right here,
Yeah.
I want to keep them. I don't want them to fall any more than they have to. And some of this is the axe too. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it's going.
Best.
So that is not what I wanted to peel.
Nope. Peeling.
Yeah.
Nothing more than peeling.
And that cat, who thinks he's mine,
Yeah.
That.
can you hear him?
Been
He's,
claimed.
he's bitching.
Of course you. You're saying,
He
pay
makes-
attention to me, Daddy.
He makes this stupid fucking sound. Like he's whining. He'll go to the bottom of the steps and whine. Like, what? Hear him? Yeah. And he'll whine like it. Like you made him a promise and he's starving or something.
He needs your love and affection, Big Daddy. Man.
Well, he should be used to not getting it. That is not a new thing.
Hey, man. Bad attention is still attention.
I guess it gained 4 more percent. I'm just unplugged in the whole time and it's losing power. Weird. Yeah. I would say weird. I said it already.
Weird. Hi, everybody. That's my private submarine.
Now you can shut the fuck up, dumb cat.
Wow.
Amanda fed him like we're supposed to feed him all the time and shit.
It's like you ate yesterday.
That's what I tell my children all the time.
That cat does not look like it's starving.
Right.
It's a fucking 25-pound cat, dude.
Here's a giant.
Is that Satan?
No.
No.
That's exactly what Satan would say.
I know, right? Liar. Prince of lies. How you doing?
All right.
That's
Love
good.
you, man.
Hey, I love you too.
I'm
I
going
want
out.
to see you again, man.
When you coming up?
I don't know. Right
Get on
right
your
now, I
bed,
can't
Mom.
even fart. It's fucked up. I can't even fart and enjoy it right now. So,
She said, "Get on your bad butter scooter."
yeah, I know, and it's fucked up
Ugh,
still.
dang.
I gotta see why it's not getting power to the motor. I traced it all the way back.
That's not good. I'm going outside.
Goodbye, Satan.
Bye-bye.
All right. This is gonna be a very stupid question, if that's okay. But why do you have all this sticky shit on there?
So that he could paint relatively without having to worry about,
Going over the lines.
yeah.
I painted all
Oh,
this and without having to worry about running into the mountains and stuff.
Oh, all right.
And she's got her arm up holding a big ass battle axe. So I didn't have to worry about going around that or whatever.
I see. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't know if you really needed to cover all of that, the canyon walls or whatever that you have there.
Well, because I did the water at the bottom, remember?
Right.
So
but I'm saying,
basically what I was doing is covering it off so I could just paint the top and the bottom without having to worry about that stuff. and then walking forward. So I've got this one, then this one.
Right.
So I'm walking it forward still.
Got it.
Right. I'm just wondering if you knew where the walls were kind of going to be, if you could have done like a kind of like a border and left the interior empty.
Well, see, the thing is, yeah, I mean, I suppose I could have, but the way this stuff goes on,
Yeah.
you really can't tell how thick it is or if it's covered at all.
Hmm.
And I just didn't want to have any splatter go over or wherever. And I learned a lesson from it, but you know, that's the way it works.
There you go. As long as you learn something, it's not a waste.
That's kind of how I'm feeling.
I get you, man. It's like we're related or something. Maha. No.
I've actually been waiting to peel this part off, but now I'm seeing what happens if you get too thick on the edge. This stuff right here should not even, be there because it's not painted on the gesso. It's just flake that fell off.
So you can take the actual knife and probably scratch it up. Right?
Well, you notice what I'm doing right here? I didn't do that there. I just pulled it up.
Right on.
And that just kind of bubbled the paint. So one thing it's telling that I learned is that you can't just pull it up. As much as you want to just go, at least until you get the edges. And that's what I'm working on now, trying to get the edges first.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Brett, I'm going to do a degree of what you were saying. I'm not going to paint the borders, or mask the borders again, but
Right.
I was saying I was trying Joe Jusko's method, so I had to do it the way that I saw Joe Jusko doing it.
Okay.
Right.
Makes sense. You got to try it at least once.
The thing is that now that I've tried it, I know what doesn't work for me. As fucked up as that sounds.
Mm.
But I also know what parts of it did work for me.
Right on.
So there's a degree of both. But the other thing is that part of this channel is that the people that are watching won't have to learn the hard way because I learned the hard way for them.
You're swell.
Well, I'm
I'm
something.
going to take that submarine back where I got it. Wow.
Rich, I'm going to have to call it a night, man.
No way.
Yeah. Bye.
We're not fighting.
I know. But I'm about to fall over. Ugh. It's these 10-hour days. Or, no, 10-hour days. Yeah. See, I'm addled and confused.
Well, you're an English teacher. You're not supposed to be a mathematician.
Oh, yeah. I don't math. I English.
Very well.
You don't math, you word, right?
That's right. I word.
Word.
Anyway.
That
I
was
will-
bad, but it worked.
I will talk to you guys later, man, but I'm going to peace out.
Yep. Thanks for showing up, man.
Yeah,
Hey.
cool.
Always a
God
good
bless.
time. See you guys.
God bless,
Good one.
man. And the lowest two in the world.
got a very thin strain of this shit. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was that thin. Yeah, next time I will be more cautious about how much I use
Right on.
or where I use it, I guess.
Damn. I'm sorry, dude.
What?
I said I'm sorry, dude.
For what?
For all the bling bling. Bling.
Well, you could either A, turn it off, or B, it's not you that's doing it. So you could say, I'm in the middle of a live stream.
Okay.
But I think we're closer to the end of the live stream. I'm going to try to peel this stuff off, and
Well, all right.
then I'll have a... It's like a condom or a pop balloon or some shit.
All right.
So I've missed you.
Yeah, I missed you too, man. It's like now it's like 2 days this month I've had off. So, you know, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, like, because every time you said you had a day off,
Yeah.
last time I was like, I announced it, I was like, oh, the return of Joe Schmo. And
Right.
like, nope. Psych.
Sorry.
Yeah, you got called in right before the show, so.
Yep. Missed up. I tried to come in today, but I didn't answer the phone.
Well, I'm glad you didn't,
It's crazy.
because it's been quite a while since we hung out. I did winter, finished
Right.
winter, did my
Good
character.
character.
Actually, I can show you my character, because I have it right here.
All right. Very good.
He's one of the Moravians, but I've been calling him Ape Pagoda.
All right. Very good.
It's actually a minor character in my novel, but I don't want to do any of the main characters until I get the novel all done, you know?
Right on.
Like, it's written, it just needs to be edited,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to be having to edit it and put out characters that I could...
Cut out his story after Adrian.
Well, yeah, put out, somebody else could get an idea for a story from my characters before
Right
I
on. Yeah.
before I get it out there. So I'm like, I don't want to have that happen.
Yeah.
But
I'll just wait on that one.
you know, this is a minor character, and it's basically pretty much an ape. If you you want to do a silverback with a fedora,
Right.
then it's not who that character is, it's what that character is.
Exactly.
But if I did the main characters, then
Yeah. That'd be different.
yeah, because I have a tendency, or we have a tendency to discuss what I'm doing. So
Right.
I don't want to give my ideas away until after they've been copyrighted and put out
Right,
there.
right. I got it. I can do it. I can do it, baby. Yeah.
So weird. I can't wipe it off because if I wipe it off, I wipe it in.
Right.
I will remember next time. Lesson learned. But all this stuff should be pretty easily windable.
Right.
And part of these, it rips right apart as I'm rolling it up because some of it's really thin.
Right.
I didn't know when I first started laying it on that you have to kind of mix it about because when you open the masking fluid, it has kind of a layer, like a thicker layer on top, where it's not really solid, it's congealing. And I tried to use that instead of understanding that it was
Right.
needed to be mixed thinner. So, like, I realized I could mix it thinner afterwards if I'd realized that in the first place. It might have been different.
That's alright. Once you get the shading and sitting on the walls and cliffs and
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the idea. Like, always, like, the last time when I painted with, I usually paint without this masking fluid. The masking fluid was new, and I was trying to, kind of experiment with it for others.
is that a river of blood she's walking in?
Well, it's not supposed to be a river of blood, but there's going to be some blood because she's standing on a sea serpent. Well, not a sea serpent, but a serpent.
Alright.
A serpent, dragon serpent, not like snake or just like snake.
Right, right.
There's supposed to be reflection, so there's a little bit of water showing through.
Alright.
So I can paint that edge. I'll clean this edge up
Oh
by
yeah.
painting over the edge. This is part of the battle axe, so not that, but all of this. But the way I'm trying to do it, or what I was trying to work on, is working from the back all the way to the back, like working from the clouds and the sky and clouds and sunset, and, well, beginning of sunset.
Yeah.
Right. Couldn't be easy.
Right? Of course not.
It would have been. It really would have just been easier to, I guess, take it off a little bit. I don't know. Like, it's got its advantages,
Right.
kind of got its disadvantages too. Obviously.
Right. But hey, you look. That's the only way you learn is to try something, right?
Yep, that's my theory. And like I said, not only am I trying something, I'm trying something for a bunch of people that are watching to not have to try that.
Right on. So they can see whether or not it works before they attempt it.
Or how it works. You know?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it worked, don't get me wrong, it just didn't work like I thought it was going to work. It really didn't work. But
Ooh, excuse me.
kind of the negative thing about doing this live is everybody sees it. You know, everybody sees every bit of it. But
Right.
what's also the positive thing is because those people that see it and we're going to try it, you know, they don't have to dive right in because I dove right in for them.
Right on. Right on.
Trying to use some soft brush to sweep all this stuff off. But the masking fluid is very much like latex, like a latex glove.
Right on.
So you wipe over it and it doesn't want to give anything or relinquish anything. It just wants to kind of grip.
All right.
I should be able to reactivate any of this paint by just wetting it, but just want to get whatever's loose on top off of it. If I can do that, I'll be happy.
Right.
This stuff is kind of a pain in the butt because it's on the masking fluid.
Right.
It's a rough edge.
Couldn't you like rub a real fine grit of sandpaper over that?
Ooh, we don't want to do that. This is
No,
Gesso.
Oh, all right.
So if you get too deep, you pretty much rub the gesso off.
Right.
I'm not too, like I said, I'm not too awful worried about it. It's a learning process going, okay, that's not what I want. Even if this stays, that's fine. I can just blend it out. I'll cover it right up.
Right.
You just need to be really, really cautious because there's a battle axe running through here. This is one wing, one tip.
I can't even see it.
No, you can't. You wouldn't be able to see it because it's completely covered by the clouds and sky.
Oh, all right.
Like, I can see it because I know where I put it.
Right. All right.
And I don't want to peel too much off yet because I want this paint to dry well, but yeah. I didn't have any regular masking tape. Like, I have masking tape, but not regular painter's masking tape.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, we'll try this masking fluid. One of these days, I'm going to learn to try stuff on
Off camera?
on stuff that's not important. But like I said, I'm not really overly worried because it's a painting, and when you're working on a painting, if you don't like it, you paint over it, right?
Exactly.
It just may take a few layers to get there. I really like the sky. I like the way it's set up. I don't want to have to change any of that.
Right.
Peeling that stuff off, painting that mountain back there. There's only one little blue spot there that I can't stand, but I'll go over that.
Well, I see it's bothering you because you keep messing with it, pointing at it.
Well,
Wiping
yeah,
it.
because I want to wipe it off, but it just doesn't want to wipe off, and it should.
Right.
But it's paint, and
Right.
it's already been blended, and it's already been everything else.
Right.
I did something really stupid. I wet my finger to try to pick it up,
Oops.
and that reactivated it.
Right.
So yeah, feels like see. This is what I'm talking about right here.
Uh huh.
This should have been masked off. There's a line right through here and a line right through here. So this paint shouldn't even be there because it was masked off.
Right. All right.
So now what Joe Jusko was talking about is that when he peels that off, the edges are rough, so he has to touch up the edges, and I get where it is now. But if you're working from back to front,
Yeah.
you're putting something over that background anyway.
Right.
I can just widen that edge just a little bit, you know what I mean, to clean that up. Widen that edge just a little bit, clean that up.
Right.
There's no, it's like it doesn't have to be exactly the way I did in the drawing,
Mm-hmm.
but this is all stuff in the distance too, you know.
Right.
And in the distance, it should be a little bit lighter, which means I have to go over this whole thing with a pass of thinned, probably light purple, but in a really, really thin pass.
All right.
And then we'll lighten it up and look like almost fog, but that's what happens when you look at the distance, it thins it down like that.
Yeah.
And then when I get to this next time, I'll approach it with different brushes. So pretty much everything else I can just look down and hit again. We got 2.5 hours in. I'll probably put this back where it's supposed to be if I can do it without cutting myself.
You can do it.
So far, I've been pretty good at that. The cat. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll turn the fan off.
Man, I burned the shit out of myself on a waffle iron the other night, man. Just touched that little. It was like, that's all it took. You know? My skin bubbled up. And, yeah, it was lovely. Lovely.
Yeah, I think that's it for tonight.
All right.
Learned my lesson, so I learned a lesson anyway. Not
Yeah,
that
you did. You were saying?
it's not any good to use it, but yeah, I think Brent's idea is the best, where it's don't mask any more than you need to mask.
Right.
I mean, Joe Jusko usually covers the figures, but it covers something. A lot of the stuff that's closer up, you can see. He shows you stages. I just figured, cover everything. peel it back except for what you're starting with. Next time I will do it like I was talking about and just mask the edges.
Right.
Another thing too is every time you use the brush, that masking stuff, it ruins the brush.
Right on. I see. Damn.
So I went through. This is like it's all one rubber brush now.
Right on.
That was you actually, because I bought these cheap ones because you were suggesting buy cheap ones to try it.
Right on.
So I bought this pack of cheap ones. I went through 2 of them painting that, and then Amanda handed me a larger brush that she didn't care about getting destroyed.
Okay.
So
How about a small roller? Would that work?
no, not with this stuff because it comes out of a bottle. Like it's a bottle like this.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
And I'm literally dipping in the bottle. And that's what I said. You have to kind of mix it because if you tilt it or shake it, then it'll clog right up in the tip and start to form like a rubber barrier or a latex barrier or whatever.
Right
it is.
on. Got it.
Yeah, this was Amanda gave me this brush to use, and that's what I ended up covering the larger section with. But it didn't fit in the bottle, so I poured a little bit on the panel, and then just kind of brushed it off.
Right on.
Which this stuff I did with a little brush. The problem is that you can't get very small, so you're limited on what you can get.
Right.
And next time I'll know, and I'll just be very careful just to paint the edges of that one. I also will know that I can mix it beforehand, like mix it up and thin it out some.
Right.
Which is something I didn't know, but like I said, learning process for people that are watching that are wanting to try but don't want to ruin their stuff.
Right on. Right on.
I want people to not be afraid to paint because that's part of the joy of painting. If you don't like it, paint over it. You got nothing to lose but time. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm up to 44% battery. So it's charging.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
I don't know why it wasn't charging. Like I was looking to see if where it plugged into the side of the computer was not quite plugged in or something. I moved it from one socket to another, and that didn't change anything. I moved it back to a different socket, and that did change something. So I'm like, what the hell? It spends most of its days plugged in, so it's not like I usually run the battery down. All right, this is going to be fun. So you don't know when you're going to be able to be here next time.
No, I really don't.
Thursday, I don't know if it's this Thursday or next Thursday. I'm supposed to have a guest.
All right.
So,
well, as soon as I know.
What's that?
As soon as I know something, I'll let you know, man.
So I'm going to end the stream. It's just short of 3 hours. Got the mask peeled off, which was difficult. Well, most of the mask. I actually still have quite a bit to go. I've got to be much more careful with the rest of it, though.
Right.
I don't want to have to try to repaint the whole entire sky. But yeah, got most of that done. This is, the background layer started, so I want to have the lighter purples like that. And then this is going to be more purplish, and this is going to not be so much because it'll be more sandstone color.
Right. Okay.
All right, so anyone that watched or watches or has watched it most of the way through, thank you for watching.
God bless. Have a good night.
If you like the content, hit like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Yep.
Love, peace, and grace. Y'all have a good one.
Good
See
night,
you when
God
we
bless,
feed, man.
and we love you all.